Servant Season 2, Episode 7, Marino. I'm Joe. Please subscribe to this channel. Another fantastic episode of Servant. Another episode that takes place over the course of an evening. After the end of the last episode where there's a shooting at the Marino house, Uncle George comes out, gets all upset, and then goes into a trance. They can't get anything out of him. Leanne goes upstairs to the attic to first punish herself for her disobedience to the plans, to him, to God, I suppose, to whatever the rules are that they play by, as far as her having to go to a place and she disobeyed. And after she beats herself, does the whole flagellation with what look like to appear to be an old fishing pole, starts making a million crosses as she's watching videos of boy Sergio, who's gone missing. The rest of the family they know is dead, but you can't find Sergio, who was a 10-year-old boy who she seemed to have a very good relationship with, and she's watching videos of her with him and his playing games, and she magically got 13 kills her first time playing Call of Duty, which is kind of telling. And she makes a bunch of crosses after she beats herself. That's what she does. The rest of the episode is pretty much dedicated to the comedy stylings of Sean and Julian as Officer Reyes shows up. Officer Reyes shows up off duty after what happens at the Marino house. Shows up because she knows they're up to something. She knows Leanne was at the Marino's house. She knows that they were trying to get in there because she's been investigating them. She saw the Jesus Crust flyers. She saw Dorothy on television saying, "Where's Leanne?" She knows they were up to something, and she wants to know what, and she knows the truth about the fact that the baby Jericho was dead because she was there that night when Sean came home. So, as Officer Reyes is there, Julian and Sean are carting a tranced Uncle George around the house. First, they put him somewhere in the kitchen. He starts going, yeah, they get to cover his mouth. Then he's behind a cabinet, and you see this cool shot later where camera goes down and you see a petrified Julian holding Uncle George. They bring him into the bathroom, and he's about to start wrapping toilet paper into his mouth. So she looked into the cult. She has a very big interest in this family. She has a very big interest in what happens with Dorothy, an interest in the fact that they lost the baby. What's her story? What happened to her? Who hurt her? Why is she so interested in them? These are questions we don't have the answer to yet. I'm sure we're going to get them, or I'm sure we're going to get more out of her. And we're certainly going to get more out of her when we discuss what happens when she left. But she goes into the attic. She doesn't find Leanne up there. She's looking for Leanne in the attic because they're looking for the missing babysitter of the Marino family. What she finds are the crosses. And Leanne's managed within a matter of minutes to fashion hundreds of crosses, hang them everywhere. They're on the floor. This sort of horrifies Officer Reyes because she believes it's Dorothy who did it. Sean also told her some complete lie about the relationship between Leanne and them. All of a sudden, Officer Reyes feels faint and leaves. But you see as she's walking out the door, she did grab one of the crosses and put it in her jacket. And then she has a nice conversation with Dorothy where she says, you know, if you change your mind, you change the way you see things, let me know. I'll be an honest friend. So she has some kind of connection. Is there a connection to the cult? Did she lose a baby in a similar way? We don't know. All we know is she's had her eyes on them the entire time, to the point where she came there off duty. She took a cross. She knows something's up. Leanne comes downstairs, turns on the TV, and sees they found the body of the 10-year-old Marino boy. They had previously found the 3 bodies. They were looking for the body of the Marino boy, Sergio. She starts crying. She goes upstairs. She breaks the fishing pole and then looks up, and then the glass shatters, almost as if she's rebelling now against God, rebelling against the plan. What she's going to do now, we don't know, but she's pissed off, and she realizes that her Beating herself, along with making the crosses, did not make a difference. Those crosses, I think before, maybe there was some connection of supernatural connection we were led to believe as far as bringing back baby Jericho. Maybe she thought she was going to bring back Sergio. We don't know. All I know is she's pissed off and she's angry at God now because she rebelled. She looked up. The glass broke. Who knows what's going to happen? An unhinged Leanne's not a good thing. Downstairs, this is part comedy, part horrifying. A box shows up. A box that says on it, Uncle George. They open it up. It's a Betamax tape. And the note. Uncle George comes out of his trance, says, oh, it came. She must watch the tape tonight to know the truth. Where is your Betamax player? We don't have a Betamax player. Wrong decade, George. Leaves, but before he leaves, Dorothy picks up the note that was in the box. He leaves, goes upstairs. Dorothy says, I called their bluff. And she sees reunite them on Christmas Eve. So Dorothy thinks it worked, whatever she did. George goes upstairs. Under the tape, there's another door in the box. There's a bunch of stuff I couldn't really make out, but a knife. Reunite them on Christmas Eve. I don't think that meant bring baby Jericho back. I believe that meant kill them. On Christmas Eve and reunite them with their dead son. So Dorothy thinks it worked. I don't know. I don't think it worked. I think he was told to kill them because they know too much. They're asking too many questions. They took Leanne. On top of that, what they did with taking Leanne away from that house, they're going to believe led to them death. They did that whole little thing where Leanne was watching the TV and the reports, if only someone could have been here to prevent this tragedy. So Leanne's responsible, feels responsible, but in reality, the Turners took her away from there. What's happening with Officer Reyes? We don't know. 3 more episodes to go. The next episode is called Love Shack. Something about they receive a hopeful sign and Julian and Leanne get to know each other better. I noticed if you look on Wikipedia, I think the last episode of the season is called Josephine. And that was something we heard in this episode when she was playing a game with Sergio. She was Aunt Josephine and she chased him. So what's that mean? Don't know. 3 more episodes to go. Excellent episode. Uncle George, even as a corpse, as he's basically corpsing, was really good in this one. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. I think they've set up a lot, but they haven't answered much. We don't know where it's going, basically. I didn't think that Officer Reyes was going to show back up. I didn't think Officer Reyes really would take this much of an interest and was going to be this integral to what happened. I can't wait for the next 3. I can't wait to see where they go in seasons beyond this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel. Until next time, I'm Joe.